Hey, what is up, party people? Andy Howell here, eXp Realty, coming to you again today from sunny Columbus, Ohio. What a day it is. Today we're going to be looking at the neighborhoods in general, breaking them down into three categories. There are so many neighborhoods, and so we're going to oversimplify today. Obviously, tune in to subsequent videos. We're going to take a deeper dive into each of these areas and the neighborhoods that comprise them. So let's start with our urban neighborhoods. There are a ton of them, but in general, we got downtown, Arena District, Franklinton, Near East, Old Town East, Southern Orchards, German Village, Italian Village, Victorian Village. You get the idea. There are tons of them. In general, what you can expect in these urban areas are walkability first and foremost, right? We've got restaurants, we've got bars, we've got entertainment, there's parks, just all sorts of things to do for people that are looking for the nightlife. And while most of these areas are gentrifying or are in the path of progress, you can still find affordable deals in some areas. You can expect to pay anywhere between $150,000 up to, how much money do you want to spend? A couple $1 million in these areas, but tons to do around here. So if that's your bag, this is where it's at. Right now we're in the urban neighborhood of the Short North. And 30 years ago, this was sort of a dodgy area. But today it's home to tons of restaurants and bars. The area right to the south of us is of course downtown in the Arena District. And even in the Arena District, 20 years ago, we didn't even have an NHL team. Now there's Nationwide Arena, local NHL team, Blue Jackets play. We've got Huntington Park where the minor league team, the Columbus Clippers, play. Actually voted one of the best places to see baseball in America. There's tons of things to do. Also, just now, they're starting to break ground for the Columbus Crew Major League Soccer team. So pretty cool, lots going on here. Columbus is on the move. Italian Village, this is the area that was immediately surrounding the Short North. And actually not too long ago was certainly not what it is today. Look at all this redevelopment with the South Campus revival is becoming more and more attractive. I mean, there's some new builds right there, 100% tax abatement. So right up here, Glen Echo area. It's a great little area. That's actually where we moved when we first moved back to Columbus. And there's a great little park at the end, Glen Echo Ravine. We are officially into Clintonville now, and houses are still about that 100 years old, 80 to 120 years old. So these houses in Clintonville, most of them are going to range from about the mid to upper 200s on up. I mean, there are some $1 million houses in this neighborhood, but most of them are going to be in that 350 range. That'll get you 3 bedrooms, maybe 1,600 square feet, 1,800 square feet, something like that. And then obviously on up. Most of the stuff is remodeled just because it's so desirable. Heading down into a hollow ravine. Right now it's kind of winter time, but Clintonville and some of these suburban areas, so not quite urban, are great for, they still have a lot of the walkability that some of those very urban areas have, but a little more land, a little more green space, kind of the halfway point between the burbs and the urban areas. Next, let's take a look at what I call the suburban areas. So these areas are going to be comprised by Worthington, which I'm walking in downtown Worthington right now, Clintonville, Hilltop, Linden, Upper Arlington, Bexley. These areas vary as well, but in general, the houses are going to be about 100 years old till, maybe 60, 50 years old as well. Prices vary mightily too, from $75,000 up to, you can spend as much as you want over in Upper Arlington. But these areas are going to have a lot of the same features as downtown, so incredibly walkable. There's a lot of nightlife, but more of a mix between families and young professionals. A little slower pace of life than the downtown area, so you're going to see more families, lots of parks, things like that. The thing to know about these suburban areas is they tend to have fairly good schools, at least compared to the downtown area. So that's why I think a lot of families, along with the slower pace of life, tend to choose these types of areas. Check out the Burbs. These are going to be areas like Howell, Hilliard, Grove City, Gahanna. Let's go check it out. So we're starting to get into the Burbs. Can you tell? Landscape around. We got some more space for one. So we are en route to Westerville. So lastly, let's talk about the Burbs. So just showed you Worthington, which is about halfway in between the suburban and the Burbs. Here we're at Westerville Library. Burbs are basically gonna go around the Rosie around 270. So you got Westerville, Dublin, Worthington, Hilliard. And these areas are gonna tend to be less walkable, although there's obvious exceptions. Like here in Westerville, there's standing on a bike path right now. There's a great downtown little area, but generally you're gonna find a little bit more land. You're going to find more families, certainly. If you're gonna find brand new homes, they're gonna tend to be in these burb areas. But there's big box stores that are super convenient, great schools. Mostly the best schools in Columbus are going to be outside 270 with obvious exceptions. Places like Upper Arlington, Bexley, Grandview Heights, things like that. But here in the Burbs, you can find homes anywhere between the mid 100s on up, just depending on what you're looking for. So as you can see, Columbus, Ohio has something to offer for everyone, no matter your price point, no matter what job you have. So it looks great for the next several years as well. In fact, National Association of Realtors named Columbus as one of the 10 cities to outperform the real estate market in the next 3 to 5 years. So good things continue to happen in Columbus. One other thing to note is Columbus has a lot of metro parks, and they're predominantly going to be located outside of the city, so in the Burbs like we were talking about. So tons of options for outdoor activities, things like that. So if you're relocating to Columbus, I made a video just generalizing about Columbus. Here, I'll drop the link below. Reach out, happy to answer any questions I can for you and help you make the best possible decision with your relocation to Columbus. If you do me a favor, please drop a comment down below, hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.